What up? My name's Edward. Thank you for paying attention to another edition of the Jack Files. This one is about a woman from England named Aimee Blinkhorn. I did not know this until a few months ago. There's a disease whose name I don't think I can pronounce. Alopecia. That's one word. Areta. What it is, it's a disease that makes women bald, and it just doesn't attack the hair; it attacks everything. They can lose hair from literally everywhere on their body. It can be an embarrassing situation, no doubt about it. It affects millions and millions of women. I mean, some men, but mostly women. Now, the reason I'm doing it about Aimee Blinkhorn is because she suffers from this disease, and I think that Miss Blinkhorn is actually a very, very what's the word? She's an inspirational person. Because I always tell people, you want to be who you are no matter what. You want to be who you are no matter what. Because it is better that you lie to somebody else than you lie to yourself. Because if you lie to yourself, you might be changing who you are and not knowing. So, remember, the truth is something you should always give yourself no matter what. So be who you are. Otherwise, your whole perception of the world can change. And Miss Blinkhorn is actually somebody that has actually held on to who she was, even though she suffered from something that was quite embarrassing. Now, the disease struck her when she was 12 years old, and you can imagine, how that must have affected her life, because children can be very cruel. Children can be far crueler and far meaner and far more dangerous than any other age that man can be. I mean, that's a pretty age where everybody's trying to fight for acceptance. Everybody's having to prove themselves. I mean, in high schools, that's pretty rough age to be going through. Especially when you're when you go there and you're bald, and you have no hair whatsoever anywhere. And at 12 years old, Aimee had to come to the reality that children could be cruel. Yet she still held her head up high, and that's important to remember. She held her head up high. Now, at 12 years old, the disease was something new to her. She had to comprehend it. Later on, a few years later, they actually thought they had it cured. She had her hair growing back. Unfortunately, it was only a temporary thing, and her hair fell out again. Now, I understand that children can be cruel, and I think it's probably a testament to who she is, that she's actually made it through. And not only this, there was an article about her on CNN where she took a picture without her wig to show people that there's no reason to be ashamed about this particular disease, and it affects so many people that they should actually try to be who they are despite they suffer from this particular disease. And Aimee actually has, and she's actually a product coordinator with a sportswear company. She lives in Manchester, Britain, England. I don't know, is it Britain or England? I can find out. She's married to a man that actually appreciates who she is as a person. His name is Neil, who loves her no matter what she might not have, but he loves her, and he's happy to be married to her. In fact, there was a real touching story that when Aimee revealed the fact that she was bald, Neil still said that he loved her. And I don't know how taxing that can be. I don't know how hard that must have been for her, but I can understand that it probably was very hard. Now, the reason I think people should know about her in Blinkhorn is because there is a disease out there that affects so many different people, mostly women, and it's kind of be hard with vanity that sometimes circulates mostly towards women. For her to go through this, still graduate from high school, go on to college, and then actually have, enough talent and skill that she works for a sports store company, and they actually make her the product coordinator. I think Miss Blinkhorn should be made an example of what we all should strive to be, who we are, despite what anything that might stop us from trying to achieve anything. And some of you might be saying, oh, it's just a lack of hair. You know what? Take it from somebody who comes from a family where every guy has his hair. Okay? Every guy. Okay? Very few men in my family ever go bald. And I had shitloads of hair at one point. But because of a car accident, repeated car accidents and head injuries, my doctor said that I'm going to be going bald, as you can see. But that has not stopped me, despite ridicule over the last 10 years, it has not stopped me from being who I am, including the scar that actually people are like, ugh, about. And you know how people can be cruel. And I think that it's a testament to the strength of what some people can do if they hold true to who they are and are that person no matter what the world throws at them. And in my book, that means that Aimee Blinkhorn is a true and real person and should be acknowledged for who she is. Ms. Blinkhorn, my name is Edward, and I'm here to Jack Fowle saying, you know what, you are possibly a great person. And the reason I say possibly because if I had met you, I'm pretty sure that you would be an awesome and legendary person. But since I haven't met you, I'm just going about what I read, and it's stellar. And thank you for being an example to people, and especially those people that actually suffer from this disease. Alright, thank you. Guys, my name is Edward, and I am the creator of Jack Fowle. Thank you for paying attention. Don't forget, it's all about freedom of speech. If you don't use it, somebody just might take it away. Peace.